Hi everyone, let me talk about the AI and future of human-centered education. The AI trap. Are we outsourcing our brains? Students are using AI tools to make their homework. Professors using AI tools to correct or to do research. There are even AI agents that are doing courses for us instead of that we doing it. What can we afford to outsource in the AI? So one story, one marketing executive, was bragging about the fact that she was using AI all the time and she was 50% more productive until one day because she could not explain the rationale about the new strategy for her client. So what can we not the risk of outsourcing our cognitive skills, functions, our thinking to a robot, the AI trap. The challenge is to reinvent education, to emphasize the human skills, not just integrate AI tools. There are many books and there are many articles about how to use AI tools in education, how to use it for assessment. But there's not a lot of written about how we can teach in a time of AI without AI to avoid the AI trap. So that's what we want to talk about today. This is a case study from my leadership class in Del Rosario, leadership and sustainability class. And I decided to change it and show you one way to avoid the AI trap. So I make a fusion of three famous frameworks: experiential learning, learning by doing, flipped classroom, taking ownership of the learning journey, and brain-based learning. How does the brain works and how can we use that in the classroom? The core of our course is a business simulator called Conscious Capitalism Carbon Fiber Bikes. The students have to run a business end to end, doing all the work in the platform from marketing to operations, finance, pricing, product design, etc. And they have to compete against each other and they have to work in a team. The results will be measured by the balanced scorecard that is integrated in this platform, and it measures how the teams are able to work together and how to make good decisions that are holistic and integrated. Not only that they're spending on marketing, but also that they think about how to become a sustainable business. So the learning cycle has four different steps. The first one is experience. They have to get some experience to set up the team, set a strategy, take some decisions. In the first step, they have to reflect on, hey, what works, what didn't work, what are the results in the balanced scorecard, how do we compete, and how sustainable are we? Then they have to come up with new concepts, new strategies to improve their performance. And then in the last step, they have to take more risks, test new ideas in the last round. So I moved from my role as a dispenser, having all the knowledge, to a coaching way of helping my students in this journey to learn to work as a management team of a company, to have this healthy conflict on, hey, how should we spend the budget, to analyze results, make mistakes. And it's like Jack May said, we cannot fight AI on knowledge, and that's what we will lose. But we should focus on skills that AI still doesn't cover. For example, teamwork, creativity, communication, emotions. Those are the things that we need to focus on in our classes to stay relevant in the day of AI. This whole model rejects the banking concept of education, where knowledge is passively deposited. It's the learner's responsibility. In the flipped classroom, they have to read by themselves. They have to set up meetings with their peers to make sure that they align on what is best, what is the best configuration, what are the best decisions for their company. Brain-based learning is one of the concepts that we will use. It's all around how we can strengthen the muscle by using it. For example, emotions, our brain doesn't need a lot of energy to remember a positive or a negative event that we have, or repetition. The whole simulation is built up, but there are some repeating topics that coming back. So this is a way that we can, the principles of brain-based learning are amazing principles to help our classes and our students to be more, to be able to learn faster. In 15 weeks, the journey will look like this. In the first 6 weeks, we will do some reading. We will help them to set up, to log into the platform, um, take the first steps, making decisions, but we also will help them to read through some of the main topics in the simulator to help them to familiarize them and all have the same starting point in the business simulator. Then from week 7 till 10, we will discuss topics like finance, product design, marketing, manufacturing, how this works, the core elements in the business simulator. And then week 11 to 15, they are on their own. They need to find ways to expand the business. They have to look back in the last 3 quarters, what went well, what can they improve, and what is their idea of the future to bring it into the next level internationally. The question is, did this work? Were we able to make a human-centered approach? And I can tell you, yes, it did. 15% increase over the throughout the semester. All the teams, if they work as a team, were able to increase their performance step by step. Learning how to run this business, how to work as a team, how to take decisions, how to work with the limitations of time, and how to analyze results. But above and beyond the numbers, we learn them how to make decisions, how to collaborate with others, how to use your emotions and manage them well in times of stress, and self-management, how to make sure that they did the things, the task within the time, critical thinking, and those are really difficult skills to acquire in a traditional setting. So the question is, how can we design our learning and work to build human skills? And this is one way that I want to show you to avoid the AI trap that students will just copy paste, give you an answer, but they have to you to work as a team, be creative, take decisions, and take ownership of their own learning journey. So let's change the way we teach today for better learning outcomes tomorrow.